Hello, fellow viewers. It is me again, Blade Comic Nerd, and today I'm reviewing Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange is a Marvel movie from the Marvel Cinematic Universe made in 2016. Came out November 4th. Now, Doctor Strange, I'll be honest, I actually really didn't like it. I actually really did like it. I meant to say that. Did I say that? If I didn't, well, I really did like Doctor Strange. I really did appreciate the movie. Now, I understand that most Marvel movies you can kind of see them coming. I would get more than that later, but for right now I'm just gonna say I really did like the movie. Benedict Cumberbatch is that his name? I think I pronounced it right, but I think he did perfect as Doctor Strange. He did really good as Doctor Strange. I would get more into it, but I'm just altogether. I think I liked the movie. I think it was really well done. I liked it. And it was just really nice, really cool. The difference between Marvel movie, that's probably most of my review talking about that. But this movie was done really well. I liked the setting, the atmosphere. It was more scary, more darkish, not really funny like how the Avengers movie was more technology-like. The atmosphere in this movie is more dark and more magical, like something like more into the Harry Potter movies, at least, say, The Prisoner of Azkaban, like they got, Harry Potter movies, first off a little kid-friendly, then it got a little bit darker. It was kind of like that. The setting was really dark, but I really liked that. I'm kind of not, the atmosphere for the Avengers movies and the Marvel movies altogether, I'm kind of getting a little bored since they're not really that scary or not making you feel unsettled. Doctor Strange, I felt really unsettled with some scenes, but I really did appreciate it. The atmosphere, I really did like. The actors, I think they all did really well, except some jokes fell flat in my opinion. I feel like the jokes, but I could kind of see the jokes coming a little far back. I could really tell the jokes were coming from the main villain. I'll get to him later, but I'm just gonna say this right now. He's kind of boring to me. The jokes, I could see him coming a mile away. They were funny. They were really funny though, but I could still see him coming because I'm using Marvel. The jokes, I can kind of see them now coming a mile away. But they're still funny. The Beyonce one, I can admit that I thought that was funny, but I understand it's kind of cringy of wanting to listen to Beyonce. Now, the movie is really well. It's really well. I'm against the actors. So then, let's get into the Benedict Cumberbatch. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was a perfect Doctor Strange. I think he did really well as Doctor Strange. Personally, I think he could really do a really good person. I think he was in Sherlock Holmes. I heard he's a really good Sherlock Holmes. Now, I have watched clips of this show before I watched Doctor Strange, and I think he does really good as Sherlock Holmes. He does really well. And I suggest you should go watch that show. I've only watched clips of it. I plan on watching that show. And if you guys want to review that show, then put in the comments you want to review Sherlock Holmes, and I got no problem. Just put in the views what you want me to review, and I'll see if I can. If you get enough likes or get enough people commenting on it, maybe I will review it. But for right now, let me get finished with this. Personally, at the beginning of the movie, I feel like they turned up his jerk tone a little up too much. Like Iron Man and Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, well, the beginning of 3, he was a jerk, but a lovable jerk. Doctor Strange was just not even a nice guy. I don't want to say the word, but he was just not a nice guy at all. But Iron Man, he was lovable, and he did stuff right, but he would do stuff that was kind of jerky, but he also was a lovable guy. Doctor Strange, they turned up his tone a little too jerky, and just being the guy who knows everything. Iron Man did the exact same thing, but he was some guy that we could all love. Doctor Strange, no one really liked him. And he was really annoying, and I kind of think he got deserved that car crash. I think he kind of deserved that. And it was just a force of nature that he kind of deserved that for being a jerk and thinking that his hands are one of the best things, gifts from God, and all this crap. He was just really annoying in the beginning, but after you become Doctor Strange, becoming basically living a hobo, going to India, finding out the Ancient One and all that, he does really well after being a jerk. He does really well going to apologize to his friend. There's friend, and I really do like that. That's not a love interest like Pepper Pot, which I thought the girl was gonna be Pepper Pot, or look like a Pepper Pot, but she wasn't. I'll get to her later, but for right now, let me get to the next actor. Now then, before watching Doctor Strange, I didn't know that he would end up betraying Doctor Strange. Not really betraying, but leaving the path of Doctor Strange. But I didn't know who he was, and I thought he did really well. He was a really nice guy. I really can't say nothing really interesting about him, but personally, I thought he did really well. He was really good. He was really good. He was kind of bland. There's really nothing really point out about him. Nothing really bad. He was just kind of bland, in my opinion. Just kind of really bland, but helping Doctor Strange and everything, I really did like him. I didn't know he would have been betraying Doctor Strange, which I didn't know that, and that was probably a pretty good shock at the end credits, where he ends up taking the guy who got handicapped that Doctor Strange learned from powers, is able to walk, which was really interesting. That's all we have to say about this guy, since he was really kind of boring in my opinion. But I thought he did really well. He's really well, and if I see him as a villain, I want to see this guy as a villain though, and see how he conflicts against Doctor Strange, and see if he can take his powers. I really want to see that. Now then, the Ancient One. Before I talk about her, the Ancient One in the comic books is an Asian male, but in the movie, it's just, I think it's a white, I think she's pretty sure it's just a normal white female. But in the comic books, he's an Asian male. In the movie, that's a pretty good shock that the Ancient One is just a female, which is something I really do like, that they changed that. I don't know if they're going to change around certain characters like in other Marvel movies, like they did with the Ancient One, to maybe change their gender or be a different person completely in that universe. Something I really did like, and a pretty good shocker. They did really good. They had a lot of quotes they said, and those quotes I really do love. I forgot some of the quotes. But the quote, she's just so, like, Doctor Strange played against her really well. Just saying jokes back at each other. Well, she didn't say jokes. She was just more just saying stuff that she knew that was the truth. And it turns out that she is taking the power from the dark world and using it to make herself ageless. And it's a pretty good shocker, which I really did like, which is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And I really did like that. And how... And it's just like, I really did like her. She did really well playing against Doctor Strange and playing off and against him. And she was just really funny playing against Doctor Strange. Those jokes I personally did like. Doctor Strange being by himself. I mean, he's alright. But I really did like them two just talking off at each other. It was really good. The actor is really good. And now let me get to the next person. Here is a problem with the movie. The main villain, Callias, well, not really the powerful villain, but not the villain, kind of one of the main villain they focus on. They kind of threw him off. I saw a lot of potential in this guy, and he did really well as a villain. They should have gave him more scenes, made more of a better, how do I say, reason to be evil. He wasn't really evil, he was just really confused of what he was going to do. And those little eye thing with the, I don't know what is wrong with that, but how are you able to cry and blink with that? That's like his skin or something. He has crust on the side of his eyes. And that's a really cool effect. I did like that. I'm just gonna say that's probably the only really interesting about him at all is that little thing on his forehead and those two eye markings. They probably put that on his eyes just to make him look more interesting. Same thing with Thor: The Dark World. That guy from Thor: The Dark World. Those villains, they look really interesting, but they end up turning to be very bland. Now, I don't know why, but I really, really hated how this movie just used them. It wasn't really that, like, really fleshed out. They talked about him a little, but he wasn't really that fleshed out, and not that cool, as I say. He has so much potential. He really did. And I'm really sad about this, and I really do hate when Marvel movies do this. Like Civil War, the villain, I really did like. The villain was done really well. This movie, they kind of threw him away. They kind of threw away this villain. Civil War, I'm going to bring up Civil War. Civil War, the villain had all his plans met, and he almost got away with it. If it weren't for that meddling, Captain America, if it wasn't for that meddling Black Panther protecting him from killing himself. That was terrible. But I really did see hope with this guy, and they kind of ruined it for me. Now, I want another Marvel movie, I want them to have another character from the comic books to be really focused on. Let me get to the next villain. Now, before I start talking, I'd like to apologize for the picture. This is the only really good picture I can find for Dormammu. Now, Dormammu, or whatever his name, the Dark One. They really didn't go a lot to him, but I was just gonna say I'm really excited if they have a sequel for Doctor Strange. I want to see more development into him, since I really want to see more about him and his world. Doctor Strange altogether, like the alternate dimensions, going to all that. It's like a bad drug trip. Not really a bad drug trip, but like a drug trip that just blows your mind of how amazing those dimensions look. And I loved that about this movie. I can't tell you how much I loved how he was in those dimensions. There was colors flashing everywhere. This is probably, in my opinion, the most colorful Marvel movie. And I really did love that. How everything was just bulbing with rainbow and just like, what the freak am I watching? But it's amazing. And I really did like that. I know Doctor Strange in the comics, he has the exact same stuff like that, which I really did like. And I put in a movie form, how realistic it looks. I just imagine seeing in your dreams or your only dimension. He looks so magical. Him going to dimensions, rainbows, coloring purple balls, and like green strings connected together make like planets. I don't mean to say purple balls. I don't know why I said that. Just regret I said that. But I really did like that. This is how amazing the worlds look. I'll get a picture of how amazing the worlds look. I'll talk about something else. It's another magic thing. But let me talk about the worlds. Let me get a picture up for you. Here's a picture of one of the parts. That looks so amazing, so colorful how it looks. Just everything all together looks so weird, so psychedelic, and I love it. I just love it all together. It's so cool, so weird looking, and it's so amazing of how much effort they put into this movie. And I really do like these animated scenes of how he's in all these dimensions. Just look at everything. Look at all the colors like these little spears or whatever they're called have. Because they have inside of them. It's like a mirror you're looking at. It's amazing. I cannot praise how much I love stuff like this. Alright, let me get another picture up for you. Alright, here's another picture for you. Just look at that. Look how amazing that looks. It looks absolutely amazing. And how just like, it looks like an art painting. It really does. All this together looks like an amazing art painting. Most parts like this just captured in that perfect moment. It's like an art painting. It's so weird, but so amazing. Now, I understand I've been talking about this for a while. At least 3 or 5 minutes. But I will talk about, this is something related to this. But this is something I absolutely love about the movie. I really do love. These action scenes are amazing. The magic spells, the world folding into each other, seeing the world just multiply, and seeing all the world just folding in, and just like, look, it's so cool. The action scenes, I can see the world's bending, the world like folding into pieces, the world is like multiplying, the world bending, like changing. It's so amazing. It is just awesome. It's so cool. The action gets me so pumped in this movie. Now, an action movie I liked was Batman fighting the criminals, Batman v Superman, which was like that scene I really did enjoy. But this movie, the action was so cool, so psychedelic. I mean, some people said that was kind of confusing. I really didn't like it. I really did like it, how everything was changing. Some of it was confusing, but once you just look at it and just don't really think about it, some people don't do that, but I like to think about it. I understand why. But it's so cool. It's just really cool how the world's just folding in, just how psychedelic and how weird everything is. It's so cool. It's just really cool in my opinion, and I really did love it. How this movie did that, and how like he's just changing how the world looks. It's so cool. It's really cool. It's really, really, really cool. Now, I gotta talk about someone else in the movie before I do something else, but I forgot about it a while ago, but let me do it. Doctor Strange's friend, I think she was really well. I did like her reactions, though. They were really funny. Especially her seeing Doctor Strange come out of his physical form and in his atmosphere's form in like a ghost body fighting that one guy, and how they were fighting. I really did like her reaction. I think she was pretty good. She was alright. I mean, I really can't say anything like surprising about her. She didn't have really a lot of scenes, but I think she was alright. Not really that bad, but she did pretty good. She did really good. And I would like to see her in another Doctor Strange sequel and see her more developed
and see her more seeing Doctor Strange, being Doctor Strange as a new man since after the last time she saw him. He was in the hospital, and he became basically insane. He went off on her, and she left him. And he's kind of a jerk, and he kind of deserved it. But now he kind of changed. Obviously, we'll see her reaction of he's a new man and everything. But her reaction watching him fight the magical man and saving the Ancient One after she ends up dying. It's so amazing how amazing this movie is. Now, the Ancient One's death, how many quotes, how many amazing things she say. Just they were so cool what the Ancient One said. How she was repeating time in her atmosphere's form. It's just how I was re-looking at one time part and just disappeared. It was really emotional and really sad, but like everything she said was so mystical. It really was, the Ancient One. But nonetheless, I don't know why I'm talking about her when I have Doctor Strange's friend on here. I think she did really well, seeing her reaction, seeing her watching Doctor Strange fight all these random guys and moving back time and all this was really funny. And I think she's really good. I want to see more of her reactions in the next Doctor Strange movie, or at least in Thor Ragnarok, because I heard Doctor Strange might be in it. So please put please put Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok. I really want to see that. Alright then. Now I gotta talk about somebody else. No, I'm not really talking about anybody. I'm just talking about my favorite scenes. That part where you can make a bargain with Dormammu and dying nonstop. I thought that was really funny and really mystical. But I thought the movie was kind of doing a little bit too mean since he kept... the deaths were really brutal. The action scenes, everything folding. I already talked about those. Those were amazing. All the spells and how he did them were really cool. Wong, I liked Wong. I didn't mean to bring him up. But Wong, I think he did really well. I liked more the actor. The joke with him never laughing was kind of cringy. And what Beyonce was really cringy in my opinion. But I really did like this movie. It was really well made. Really psychedelic and really weird looking. Another scene, like I said, the guy where the guy gets beat up by the cape. That cape is too funny, in my opinion. The cape was like a clingy ex-girlfriend. It really is. That's what I'm going to call it. The clingy ex-girlfriend cape. Has the soul of a clingy ex-girlfriend. It really does. And some of the gadgets really cool. Like that gadget Doctor Strange throws on Callius where it traps them. And then like... It's like a spring-loaded thing and like moves his body like that thing in Five Nights at Freddy's Springtrap. I didn't get trapped in that thing. That's what it reminded me of, Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know why, but the springs and how like it's like a body suit and how like trapped him like that. It was so cool. All the mystical items were really cool. I think just the effects were really just up notch. I would like to see more of the dimensions, how psychedelic and how weird and how different they are. I like to see if they could see a what if story, like a multiverse, seeing like Marvel zombies. Oh, maybe see that. But Doctor Strange, I really did like this. Special effects altogether were just so amazing in me. Just they were so cool, so psychedelic. The world changing, your eyes just brightening and like, whoa, what the freak? And technology in the Marvel universe is kind of boring me. And I want to see something else differently done. I hope DC does more magical Wonder Woman, same thing like Doctor Strange, since Marvel was only focused on technology really, except Thor. And Thor, I mean, it was alright. But Doctor Strange was probably the really, really weird magic thing. And I really did like it. I think everyone did really good. The villain was kind of shocking. Wong was really good. Dormammu, I want to see more of him. I really do. And just how psychedelic and how all his powers, his abilities. I want to see so many more abilities. I just want to see more of Wong, because I heard in the comic books he's like a partner of Doctor Strange. I want to see how he confronts the villain, to see if they ever have a sequel, or at least Thor Ragnarok. At least have Wong in it. I mean, at least make a joke with Wong or something. But I really can't wait to see Doctor Strange and Thor Ragnarok. I heard the Hulk might be in it. So maybe like a 3 team up. If that is, I would really like that. It's like kind of Civil War. It'd be something like that. Well, not like Civil War. It would have like the name of like the main character, but it'll have 2 other guys with them. And I really like that. So, in my opinion, the effects, the villain was boring. Dormammu, I thought he was kind of interesting, but I need more detail on him. But I thought altogether he was pretty cool. Some of the characters, Doctor Strange in the beginning was kind of a jerk, but I understand why. But they kind of uptoned it a little bit, which I had no problem with that. I kind of did. But I did really enjoy this movie. I thought it was really well made. The effects, the action was really well. I want to see more action, all the abilities changing like the abilities and time, like that scene with the apples. He's rotting it and then turning it back to new, making a new apple, not new, but just making it unbitten and making it all fresh, and then just rotting it and changing time with that little necklace. See that little necklace? It's an infinity stone inside. Oh, that's why I record my videos on my phone. If y'all want to see a video of me talking about that, I will. But this movie was so good. I really did like Doctor Strange. He was really cool. The movie was really well. The psychedelicness and how crazy and how's the reaction of him going to the multiverse was so cool. And the movie was just really well made. I really did like it. And I do understand people have problems with it. I do see the problems with the movie. I do. Some of the jokes did fall flat, and I did see him coming, but still, I did like him. But I saw the jokes coming from like a mile away. I already said that. Action scenes, I cannot keep saying this. They're amazing. The actors, I think they did pretty well. Benedict Cumberbatch and the Ancient One playing off each other was really well made. The villain, I want them to have another really interesting villain. Let me think of an interesting villain. Loki, and I can kind of say Ultron. I thought Ultron was pretty interesting. Not really interesting, but I thought he was, okay. But the guy from Civil War, he was really interesting in my opinion, and I thought he was really well. Civil War is like really amazing. If y'all want me to do a re-review of that, then I will. But I got no problem doing re-reviews. I don't mind doing that. But this was really well made. Please make another Doctor Strange. I did like just the movie altogether. The atmosphere was more dark, more downtoned, more dark. Now some CGI was kind of fakeish. Same thing with Age of Ultron beginning scene where they was fighting the guys in the winter in Age of Ultron. That was CGI was really bad. And one part where he was fighting his friend and he got in the lifting boots and socked him in his face. That CGI was really bad. It was really terribly made. Please fix your CGI. It doesn't look that well in my opinion. It really doesn't. It looks really low budget. I need them to fix their CGI. But altogether, the movie was really well. Pretty good. Now we got one big other movie coming out, Star Wars Rogue One. I can't wait to see that. Neither can you guys, am I right? Probably not. But, yeah. So then, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Well, I gotta talk real quick, so I'll say it later. Now then, since I'm still talking, I don't mind doing reviews for certain things that I think you guys would enjoy. Put some things in the comments below if you want me to review something. Put in the comments below if you want me to review a certain cartoon or TV show. I'm going to start reviewing cartoons, which I already have. I'm going to start reviewing Steven Universe, more episodes after my copyright strikes. And yeah, I cannot wait till what I'm reviewing next. I have a thought. I'm not really a review, but it's really a thought. Cartoons, they're coming, and they'll be coming a while from now. There's probably going to come out, the cartoon I'm going to review is going to be a while. And I cannot wait to review stuff. I cannot review a lot of stuff for you. You guys are really going to enjoy it. If you want to review something, put in the comments below, and I'll overlook it. I'll see what it is. If it's too inappropriate, I probably won't review it. But if it's like, it can be Rick and Morty, I don't mind. I'm planning on reviewing Rick and Morty already. Family Guy, South Park, I got no problem reviewing South Park, but something like, something I really, I like dark humor, but South Park, I got no problem reviewing South Park at all. But, just like certain stuff I really wouldn't enjoy, something that's too boring, something that's not really in my taste I would like. Anime, I really want to start reviewing anime, but if you put anything in the comments below, I probably will review either a cartoon or a superhero movie, and I'll see about it. If it's a superhero movie, if it gets a lot of likes, it's a superhero cartoon, I'll probably review it. If it's an adult cartoon, I'll still probably review it. But, depending what type of adult cartoon it is, I'll tell you if I'm not gonna review it, because the thing just kind of bores me. I got no problem reviewing it. I'm gonna talk about Bob Burgers. It was supposed to be a Halloween video, but I'm sorry. But put some comments below if you want me to review something. I got no problem. I listen to you guys. I really do read every single comment. I literally do. My life is boring. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching my video. Like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching this video.
it took me a while to make this, but thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you. And don't subscribe or like. If you don't want to subscribe, I don't care. Dislike it. The view at least tell it. Yeah. But put some in the comments below if you want me to review. I'll look at it. Maybe I've seen the movie before. Maybe I've never heard of it. If it's something like out of land, like a movie from France or Japan, I probably won't review it. That's a small possibility that I'll review it at all. But I've already got plans for TV shows and movies I'm going to review. I am going to review Teen Titans Go. Just to let you guys know, it's going to be a two-parter. And it's going to take me a while to review that show. Because I'm going to tear the ever-living piece out that show. But a show, I'm going to bring up my Powerpuff Girls review. But for right now, I got to do Doctor Strange and more cartoons. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching. You really helped me. And so, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to just say, it feels pretty nice. Thank you. I really did like that. So, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what I need to improve. And just for telling me that, I just like to thank you. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.